Do 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 do. I think good. And we join our own stream. Avitz is first. Oh. There we go. First. I'll hail the King of the Penguins, also third. And then there's Fluff. Ooh, we got matched with Dead FS in high funds. I have never actually played against Dead FS, but I know they're a strong player. You go first? That's not what this says. This is a third-party viewer. Playing some Mindustry right now. Dead FS is, you look up to him as one of your favorite players to follow? Okay. That's, no pressure on him. I don't know what Mindustry is. Okay, so it looks like I can break through here and take out the anti-air. I mean, that looks really nice. There's no way there's a better thing over here. I could try and go for just the roll to clear this, but... Is there a better thing over here? No. And I might as well just not go for the roll. So let's make sure this is guaranteed. Oh, the anti-air actually lives at 1. I thought it would die. I did see Melt's newest video. It was very good. I think we will attack here. Now, what do we want to do with this? I'll have a good night. Thank you. Send this over here. Do I want to get my copter involved in this? I can back it up with an anti-air. Probably, because it lets me strike for sure from the city. Seems pretty good. You can't reach, but you can. Then we get to decide if we want to take this guy out. But that was a mistake. Shouldn't have used this guy. Should use this guy. I think this is not that big of a mistake. But this is the only guy that could have gone to this tile. Which would be follow-up on this attack. I'll still work on finishing this guy off, though. Regardless. And then we get to safely go for this. Not safely, but we get to put on more pressure with that. Safely is too strong a word. What actually happens when the YouTube gets cut off, or when the stream gets cut off, usually, sometimes it seems to be YouTube, sometimes it's the internet. Just takes a little loop. Sometimes I just lose power entirely. It's a somewhat cursed stream sometimes. I kind of like using this here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. With the tank backup. Because then I get to start capturing this harbor as well. And I'm not super scared of a single tank strike on my AA. Mostly just going to get me closer to Urban Blight. Hello. Is it better to attack from here? Probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It does mean that it's going to be harder for my opponent to get me because I have to clear the harbor capture. We will do it this way. And we get the block here, or I can block here. Seems like just a weak block. And we get to go here. Just kind of charge forward in general, really. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Really useful. Already out in number. Yilka-wise on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. I think it's probably better to go over here. This tank's already really annoying to deal with. The Kindle tank on the harbor. So this first strike doesn't look appealing at all. So let's keep up this pressure then. So very handily reaches over here. Do I need to hit over on this side? Probably not. I think having just more presence guarding this city, as long as I can keep these fights around these properties, then once my Urban Blight comes on, I should be able to get a lot of damage done. Do we go for Copter? Probably. It puts the most pressure on my opponent right away. You can reach to there. So I can't go over here. So it's not ideal. I should have hit this guy too. But it's not the worst thing. And the attack looks very scary, especially with the income difference. Does playing standard in any way help you get better in fog? It can. I don't think my fog got better when I played standard. But if you're still learning just general like tactics, then probably. I think my standard's a little better because of fog. I'm much more willing to move my units around than a lot of other players seem to be. And I'm going to just take these cities. Yeah, there's a game against DFS in the works. Very interesting little setup here by Invictus. Now, I don't have my power. That's okay. Let's finish this off. Let's just go for all of these captures. That's a lot. That's a lot of pressure to deal with. And over here, got some tanks covering this. We smash in. These Invictus's infantry are not actually in position to threaten my captures. Ooh, I can try and get my power here. Yeah, let's do that. So Invictus can oh, I didn't get the roll. Invictus can kill this Neotank using his power, so that this medium tank and Neotank can hit. That's totally fine with me. I will just leave over here. Probably with everything. Heck. Oh, the chip was too strong. Don't retry, yeah, I'll just get a reach. Probably over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get a super. Hit me pretty hard, I imagine. Actually, not that bad. Never mind. We'll go back here. I think this guy's perfectly fine to just stay back. Be a happy little infantry. I might go for this anyway. will start threatening this side. We'll make a nice line of infantry over here. That's I'm waiting to do. This guy here. Oops. I made a blunder. That's okay. Still get to be very annoying. And then we want our infantry to be threatening as many captures as possible once the cities have been vacated. We get a mega tank over here. I need to move with this guy. I think going down here probably makes some sense. I might as well threaten to occupy the mountain. Okay. Game. Ah, Lucille. Lucille resigned there. Sent the Shade also resigned. Yeah. This looks pretty much GG. Just poor Sammy. Sammy and Fog is so hard to play. This was Lucille's attack. Ah, didn't get the roll. Yeah. Apparently got a one-shot over here. That's impressive. Oh. Got the power against me. I see. Ooh. Got the power, got the one shot on my copter. I did think that was gonna happen, so. Or I knew that was a possibility, I should say. I think this happened before the roll, before the power. It must have. We can watch it. Oh. That's me. Oh, I see. Infantry took out the copter. Oh my gosh, they took out the copter even without the roll. Yeah, this happened before the power. It's only a 33% chance about to get that. I guess the power happened just like after most things. Must have. Yeah. Kills this and nothing else. And the missile and the resign. Respect the missile. Yeah, the blowout was going to be real on the next turn with the Urban Blight. Missile hype! It's a tall map. This is our anti-air first game, that's right. Okay, decide to just cancel the property and take the infantry kill. It's fine with me. Give us a very slight economic lead. What do we want to do with this copper? Go here. Here, 1, 5, 6. So I can now defend that capture. An anti-air. I think we'll just fly down here with our copter. Sadly, this tank is well enough placed that it's actually stopping my anti-air from getting a nice free kill. I'm going to get another copter here. That nicely covers this guy so I don't have to move him. Even though I would like to kind of dive in there and get these properties, we'll have to wait for a little while. 4, 5, 6. Okay. Cover that. You just get to sit here. Aggressive infantry push. And then it looks like Max is trying to threaten this. And by Max, I mean the other Max. Can block the way, but only from this side set. But I like how much pressure I can put here, and I just have to make sure this infantry doesn't leave the protection zone. Effective doesn't leave the area that they can interrupt any capture that goes for my poor city. And there's no real point in going for this capture. At best, I'd get this same scenario. I don't see any reason to really move my anti-air. I can move this down 1 tile, and maybe I'll kind of overextend to try and hit it. They will. Like that. Definitely a little awkward. If I move here, this infantry can hit me, and then my other infantry can finish it off. But I have a worse interrupt over here because of it. I think it's fine, though. I'll try and bait that in. There's no tank staring at this city, so we can continue to deny it by just standing on it. That tank cannot safely attack here, so just stay here. Take our very small economic advantage in the game. I should take this turn. Ah. Did indeed have the recon. We'll get to do the same thing. I'm just a little concerned. See if there's double recon. No real reason to reveal that. But it's a little cheeky. Yeah, if you go for this city, should have done that first. Doesn't matter though. Wrap around here just because I don't want to get hit from the forest, even though I don't think that's possible. We will also try and go for the interrupt. There might be a tank waiting for us. Pop. Find out in due time. We'll move our artillery here. Try and keep it hidden. Yeah. And I'll grab the tank. We'll keep capturing. I guess I could have run for the forest. This is fine. Ideally, this has to stay and hit me, so I get this city instead. Until the artillery can kind of secure this one entirely. We'll see how it goes. The rhymer tech of keeping the game open against your opponent 24/7 to get into their heads. Does that get into people's heads? Ooh, fancy block down here. Very fancy block. 48 to 56. Can kill it, but at what cost? It almost got into your head during DC 11. Gotcha. I could see that happening. Yeah. Like they're always watching me do my moves. So. Oh, what a copycat. I had been talking about getting a fighter in this matchup, and what does Darth Noob do? Gets a fighter. Doesn't cover that copter. This covers that copter, kind of forcing me to use my anti-air to kill it. I have to build more anti-air. Well, we definitely go for this capture. We load in here. I think this is forced. My grit copters just aren't quite up to snuff here. Doesn't mean I don't kill this recon, which is unfortunate. Also means I don't start capturing that city. That's not so bad because I also get a bunch of my artillery over here now. I think that's fine. Just move back here. Want to make it a little bit awkward. Get the kill on this. I think we go. Focus on pushing over here. Grab some anti-air. I think I have to accelerate this capture to thread over here. Ah. Gonna grit. My choice, I guess I can go for this capture instead. It's probably a safer one to go for too. Only problem is this hand. Quite block. I go here, recon, and the copper tech. Pretty good threats on. I can just block that copter. Let's do that. I get to decide where along this it's like column do I want to block. I can also block with something else. The APC actually makes a lot of sense. gonna start running out. The farther and farther I have to extend to try and get these captures, the harder and harder it is for Grit to keep up. I think I need the threaten to be able to threaten and take this next turn. Go here. If I go here and drop off here, that does threaten to capture it. The problem is, where do I put my artillery? If I go here, it's definitely not safe. If I go here, go here, I have to block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Block right here. That seems to work. That. I have not listened to my music at 1.5 speed. I highly recommend watching the VODs at an increased speed. That's what I do for Voice of Akasha's VODs too. I talk pretty slowly. Voice of Akasha talks even slower than I do. You did that for some courseware stuff you had an interest in? Yeah. It's a neat trick. Can I delay the fighter by even longer? Kind of like ABC here. The only problem is that's very breakable. And I don't quite have enough artillery. Hold that line, so I think I do go for this capture then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A lot of people watch the VODs. I assume they accelerate through them. Otherwise, it's probably absolute agony to watch me just like very slowly take turns. If I go here, there's the problem. This tank, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have to go here. It doesn't cover like I wanted to. I think we will. Kind of lurch forward here. You have a problem that I just recognized. Go here. The problem is this is killable. It'd have to be tank, infantry, and then the recon can hit from here, which isn't really that deadly. But I would like something covering all that. Ghost streams put me to sleep. That's perfect. It's an honor. It was very good. I think I'm gonna delay the fighter another turn. We have no fear here. This is a no fear zone. Actually threaten this city, which is nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and I can't actually sit into that forest, so I can go here. Yes. Don't be afraid. Over here does look like you might just need to retreat. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's lock that with that. I can use the fancy hotkeys here. How much damage do you do? Forest. Aha! That's what I thought. Oh, true. I could have blocked the black boat. You're right. I remember thinking that while taking the turn too. I'm not really worried about the middle though. Invictus has bigger problems to focus on, but those are some nice captures that will help him. That work? I am on a city. Out of 5. No way this kills. Yeah. I think I do need to retreat over here. here. I think I like this pressure over here. Our dreams of expansion dashed. Retreat. Retreat to here. I'll try and cover you with artillery. Probably not. Maybe just let you go. Bring over here makes more sense. I can't do that. Well, I can do that actually. But I need to block this. Okay, so you can go here. Here. Chill out here. That's actually strong enough to hold the line all on its own. So you are free to do stuff that you may. I could have had you be the blocker there then. Probably have to get more anti-air. Do I want to go down here or over here? I think I want to go over here, right? I'm threatening his city. Doubly so. He can sit on it though. He can sit on this one too. Still a scary threat. He can't technically sit on this. I do have triple copters staring at it. The breakthrough over here doesn't matter, right? This can kill here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can't get to here because the two things that could kill it is itself and this anti-air. I don't have great. This infantry could always hit mine. I don't really want to waste an artillery shooting his infantry. Artillery shot. So instead, just be very cowardly. That backup capture is there. Mr. Beansuit plays very, very fast. Yeah, I mean, I'm not known for my speed. One could say. My live game performance is serviceable. Like teacup. Don't really need more battlecopter. The battlecopter over here makes sense. Let's grab that other anti-air. And another. Ah. I messed up. Repair costs. It's okay. We'll just be down in infantry. For shame. God's most played CO? Ah, you don't say. What is my most played CO? I think it's Sammy. It is Sammy. Sammy, Lash, Drake, Grit getting up there. Sonya, Max, Eagle, Sasha. Grim surprisingly low. Still not a single Jake game. I know I base skipped. For shame. Over here looks pretty nice though. Care about this artillery firing on my stuff? Probably not. This capture. Do I want this capture or do I want to just kill all of his infantry? Yeah, well, I just kill them. I wouldn't call them free. Just one shot this guy. I guess you'll do it from where you are and just suck up the tank shot. Taking out all the infantry over here is kind of worth it. One could say you get to cover this with a tank. So this is, I either take this capture or I kill like a 1 health infantry. I think I'll take the capture. Fire here. The mech has exactly 1 ammo, what it needs. This retaliation. I was gonna get a medium tank down here, but I don't think I need it now. Tank over here looks very good. We're saving this mech. To get their properties at the same time. I guess this is technically looks better. Yeah, we got Sammy gaming over here. We are no fear, Sammy. Yeah, I have both comm towers. Olaf tried to go for them. Turns out Sammy's a little bit better at it. Who would have thunk? Let's keep up the tanks over here, probably. I can afford to win. No. Thinking. Probably APC to get mechs next turn. Now that the fight's gonna move past the pipe seam. APC's gonna be useful no matter what. Right. Okay, now we can start being cheeky. 5, 6. Move onto this first. I like the forest more. And then this guy here. Where do you reach? The idea is I want to... He's going to break the pipe seam, but I can make it so... the tank doesn't get to move its full. Movement? I can always retreat. Things start turning nasty. Really want the infantry to get. Now I can move out of the way. For you. Start healing you up. Okay. Yeah, 2 tower Sammy still doesn't boost vehicles with powers. It's true. Check Discord for the hilarious double sacrifice sneak peek. Oh, I thought that was in reference to my game that you found a double sacrifice. I could have gone for. Aegis Tordred. I gotta say, that's really hard to parse. Here, I can reveal it. Well, Mr. Greensuit, is it okay to reveal on stream? Or do you want to keep it secret? Oh, you said maybe show stream. Okay. This is what he's talking about. You put the text backwards? Mordred is left. The big double sacrifice sneak peek. I have no idea how close these armies are together, but I do not see a double sacrifice here. Unless you're sacrificing to the AA. Whoever's Orange Star looks like they're in a lot of trouble. Barely holding on to the HQ. I'll let you explain. I'm not seeing it. Oh! Mordred is red and Deegis is orange, and they both only have 2 units left. Well, doesn't this die to artillery, copter, tank? And this dies to anti-air? Or no, that's a different... CO? I don't know Mordred's other unit then. They're both in big trouble. Are yellow and orange friends? Wow. I'm gonna assume that means that yellow and orange are not friends. I don't know why you guys have both Orange Star and Red Fire. Yeah, I guess we'll have to see the game later. It looks very grim for them. Another Sammy game. Go for this quickly. That. See the recon. Benchwarmer's not playing around. He's going to be very passive. Slurp is a fearsome opponent. Oh, interesting. Okay. This isn't so bad. I thought for sure I was gonna get my stuff beat up over there. Max Recon is very scary. Did artillery shoot this or something? Is that a good read on my part? Guess we'll find out. Runs back. Hits my poor infantry. Ah, there's an artillery in there. Tank. Recon goes over here, hits this capturing infantry. Finishes off that guy. Retreats with that tank. Okay. I'm amazed. I thought for sure this was going to get taken out. good for me. Okay. We eliminate this. From here, get the vision. You interrupt that comm tower capture. Ideally, you live for it from it, but doesn't seem very likely. We did live. Nice. We get this. Finish you off. Try and take you out. Marching up. Pressure going. Looks like Leary's gonna get. I don't know if I can actually get to that artillery. I can kill this. I don't know if I want to get to the artillery, if I want to just deal with recon. Seems more likely to me. As a winning stratagem. In which case, we'll probably strike here. Go for this. So let me know if I should go for the attack with my copter. I might have to hit his tank. I think we just go for this one. Nice. Get that interrupt, which is good. Probably means we don't actually have to hit this tank, which is awesome. Finish this guy off. Maybe. Let's see. I think I do have to do this no matter what. Need 50 more. Kind of a shame to lose my recon like that, so let's not. Use this attack instead. Wipe the charge. One, two, three. Pressure. 6. Yeah, let's run back and heal. I'll send you back. The forest. Let's go double tank. Tank anti-air. That makes more sense. Okay. Seems good. Got the vision. Yeah, I have double comms again. Now I have Von Bolt's stats this turn. Might get to kill my copter. It was unnecessary. Necessary evil. Didn't know I had anything for double comms. I do tend to get them a lot, don't I? We're going to go for a different opening this time. Oh my gosh, it's this game. Oh. How rude. Double pipe seam bust? You want to bust theirs as well? To break into their 2 vases? Oh. Airport 1 for you, I gotcha. I know. That's a very safe comm tower. I don't think I can even break through it. Yeah, the medium tank can't even get involved. That's a very safe comm tower. Try to take this city. Try to take this one as well. Where'd the anti-air go? Don't know. It's working in the back. Cap the lab. I'm gonna see if my if 95's feeling up for a airport swap. Rockets on this map are fun. Rockets are certainly something. Apparently this one got hit by a missile. Just really rude. I want to move back with you. Don't really need more vision of up there. You see, just see. You go here. We're just 9 health, but that's okay. Need another recon. I do have 2. Get some infantry for now. There. Probably just stick it in this forest. I think you're fine to retreat now. Or retreat, I mean to back up this capture. Do I stick in the forest? I think I stick the anti. Guess I'll use you for a tiny bit of vision. You're fairly safely covered by a medium tank. We're just happy where we are. Yeah. Rocket Gaming. Okay. Could recon here. I don't need to. Just no. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Oracle Fairy is being very kind and not rushing anything. I could go for a very fast airport. I think I want this capture. I can contest that one. Nope, this is too big. This is true. No comm tower is advantageous to me. And if I'm able to get the contested properties, then super doesn't hurt. I only have one more game to take. Or turn to take. And then we can actually do this one right now. This is against Dead FS. On this map, everyone's new favorite. Tier 2 high funds. Who should we be? Now keep in mind that Dead FS is a top player. There are 1,500. So with that in mind, Drake is banned. Did I get Drake banned? Okay. There's Adder, Andy, Grim, Grit, Jake, Javier, Jess, Kindle, Cole, Lash, Max, Rachel, Sammy, Sasha, Sensei, Sonia, Sturm, and Von Bolt. Oh man, everyone makes me play Grit. Sensei. Javier. Sonia got Sturm. %, Sturm. Wide Max. Grit, Javier. I was hearing a lot of Javier. Also Sturm. Or if I'm not a coward. Why do people want Sensei? Okay, Sturm seems to be winning. Yeah. There's one comm tower. We will see what we can do with Sturm. We're against Javier. So that screams to me that we are going to try and deny these comm towers. Also, we have to take this harbor, but that's totally fine. That's what I would do anyway. So, this comm tower is already mine, which feels good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're probably going to end up getting a rocket here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If Dead FS builds an infantry, we have to build. There's no way Dead FS doesn't build an infantry. Okay, next turn we have to build a recon. I did day 1 recon in the last Sturm High Funds game. Honestly, not that bad. We're not doing it down here, though. It's on like Donkey Kong. We are going to do our darndest to stop that comp tower. Yeah, if he builds an infantry day one. I'm just going to assume that DFS is getting an infantry day one. And we're going to try and stop it. Alright, anyway, another game on this map. I would be so happy with a tank day one. Look at this like squad of copters coming for me. Okay. He's protected. They are. 25 to 33 of this. Not worth it. There is a rocket here. I think we shoot back. That was my plan. Two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The sub might be around here somewhere. Try and check for it. I do believe I'm going for the double repair. And then fire. Capture. Yeah. It's true. This is tier 1. I'm not going to build a missile. I guess if the sub's here, it's safe. Sensei's tier 2 now. Haha. Take that, Sensei. Yeah, I don't know how he's going to be able to win in the long run. The sheer amount of mass damage and fuel drain. You're a minute away from finally catching up. So can we trap that? Oh, shit. Sadly, can't quite break through this rocket, despite how much I want to. Probably right here. There's no harm in checking anyway. Let's get in the way. Is indeed right there. Get a rocket. I imagine an anti-air is what I actually need here. Is the only thing that can interrupt this without suffering a horrible fate. Copters? I mean, the copters still suffer a horrible fate. Drake fuel drain is really nice. It has sunk quite a few things. And now Sensei's kind of just on the run, I think. Definitely build a battleship here. How much do you hit this for? Battleship. This is just Drake privilege right here. 3 copters, 3 Sensei copters, and a battleship staring at the battleship. It has no fear. That's true. 291 subs. I only have 1. No. Join. Join the festivities over here. Six. I just realized I didn't give myself enough money to buy an anti-air, but that's okay. Eight. Probably send you down here, actually. It's time to make a look at a unit purchase table. What's a unit like? What I usually buy? I don't know what that is. This will just have infantry. It's fine. Unit build stat on profile history. You want that? I can do that. While I think about what I want to do with that turn. It looks like it's going to stall out for quite a bit. There we go. I am in a fog game. No black bombs. I've never destroyed a lander, but apparently I've lost 2. This is destroyed and lost. It doesn't tell me how many I've built, is that right? Yeah. So I've destroyed 22 mechs and I've lost 19. Is it bad to be my bombers? Oh no, I've killed 1 bomber and I've lost 4. My battleships, I've killed 2 and lost 4. Black boats. I'm great on fighters. I'm great on Neo tanks. I've killed 8, only lost 2. Recons are pretty good. Rockets are great. Tanks, I'm 2 to 1 on tanks. Oh, when it oh, I see. If I'm in a fog game, it shows buys. Ah. Yeah. It's just trying to I thought for everyone else it wouldn't show it, but for me it would. So I think we start being very aggressive with our sub so that he hits it. I just wanted to be able to hit it but not kill it is the thing. And go here. Dive, and then put the fighter here. Yeah, it just overloads the cruiser. Just put the lander here. Really can't quite do this. It is a Drake cruiser, so it's really fast, but it still gets taken out like any other. Oh no, the things that make Drake's cruisers so scary is they get +1 movement. They can actually zone copters. Go here. Which get down to 5 or 4, and then it takes maybe even lower. Sub can get it. Okay, so that lander is killing him. Should be a little bit careful. Go to here instead. 5, 6. The artillery here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only one can get through, which is fine. Actually, go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Threaten it? I think I just prefer back here though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I one forward, I go to here. That's right. Okay, yeah, we move here. Bring an anti-air up here. Ship range. We will try and go for the pickup. Yeah! Great copter, getting the job done. Really want to hit his mech? Especially because I need to fall back because I moved down my air support. So I just fall back. Three. Don't hit my anti-air. Fall back. Okay. Looks like we're starting to stall out here. But that should favor me. You like the penguin? Hi! There's been changes. Now we can scheme. What's going on in this game? Did they attack? No, they even left my mech alone. Wow. They did respect my artillery boundary. Leary took this turn so quickly that it's fine. Why is this sticking around? copter's over here as we expected. I just didn't have the cash to get the anti-air last turn. What did I lose here? Just an infantry, right? Yeah. Looking very good. As I say, as I'm cowering. Okay, time to go to the replays. Okay, transition. Penguin is real. So let's see, what do I have first on my list here? I think we'll do Saxy first. I'm not sure if Saxy's a new submitter, but I didn't have a Discord conversation with them before. Says, it's me again, Roro. That might just be a different account that's sending it in. Okay. It's Rosa Roxy versus some guy 44. Oh, it's a Sammy game. In Fog, tier 4, as she should be. I need to move the map over. There we go. Perfect. Hopefully nothing goes on this mountain that I'm covering up with my shoulder. Here we go. I'll see. It's a little little area for this black boat to roam. Okay. Kind of interesting. It's not on the HQ. It's just a free black boat. So I would personally go straight for the airport as Sammy on this map. Although I'd probably just go straight for the airport as anyone on this map, because I always go for the helicopter opening. This map has been really good. Hey, Roro! I don't think I've played on this map. Even though my alt account has 25 games going, because it's in all 3 modes, I still miss maps in the rotations. Like, I haven't had the Black Sun Rising either. Okay, so some guy 44 very wisely going for the recon opener against Sammy. Rosa Roxy, you're floating a lot of money, so I'm assuming we're thinking battlecopter or maybe like a double transport. You figured Sammy is brave picking tier 4? So you listen to the first 3 minutes of my second video over and over again. Gain courage and confidence. So there you go. She is very tough to play. I like the boost. That's a great boost to get that property. Ooh, I like it. So this was a delayed tank. Very nicely delayed tank. It's going to show up on the front lines just in time to deter this recon. So that's very well timed. It means more infantry were able to get purchased and shipped out. Some guy 44 moves the recon down here, sees some juicy targets, and goes double recon. Okay. It's scary. Oh. Luckily the tank can cover that. Oh. No fear. This tank is in vision, so this is trying to scare the recon away. We've got the mech. Just gonna need some transport for it. Personally, I wouldn't have gotten the mech yet. I would have gotten infantry and another T-copter, but that's me. I love my T-copters. Okay, recon has no fear. I have a feeling that Rosa Roxy is going to show why it should have had fear. Gets the comm tower first. Great choice. Ooh, I like it. This is trying to protect this infantry from any harassment. It's a nice little wall. Decides to attack from the city. And then go for this capture. Okay. This is definitely the safest. There's probably a kill here on the recon with the tank and then infantry. Might feel risky to go for though. If your opponent hasn't just pumped out recons, then the tank follow-up the tank follow-up could be scary. You're coming out. Little squads, they're also being covered. Tank and recon, lots and lots of pressure up here. Okay. There's been a sighting of an opponent. We'll see how Rosa Roxy decides to deal with that. Looks like we're hopping into that transport copter that was waiting. Ooh, nice. That's a cute little maneuver, again blocking off the quickest route of attack. Tank immediately comes down here. And another tank. Okay, Rosa Roxy is not messing around. Does not want to deal with all of these recon harassments. Recon very... Oh, I see. Recon might have had dreams of trying to hit this guy, but very wisely goes into this forest instead. It doesn't have any support, so depending on how aggressive Rosa Roxy is feeling, it could go down here. There's only one tank. Nah, if this infantry like went here, oh, it went there. Okay. It didn't take that much damage. The forest helped it a lot, so it's going to get away. Ooh, that's a lot of... The Rosa Roxy's been doing a very good job at covering all of these infantry. I would like to see more stuff being built out of this airport. Just in general. More transport copters or more battle copters. Because that helps you produce more foot soldiers. The dream of all recon men like you is to play standard in fog. Ooh. We have double anti-air buy. So getting ready for the Sammy focused combat. Look at this nice breakthrough. Got the 2-hit KO. This is always a choice that you have to make. Is in this situation, do I aggressively cap their city right in front of them, or do I just hit their infantry? Decides to go for just the hit. It really just changes how they have to react. If you go for the capture right in front of them, then they have to immediately start investing more units into this fight. And if you're feeling like you're advantaged, then then that's really good. If you hit them, you're of course weakening their army, but also giving them some more turns to set up to stop the city cap. Looks like we're doing mech infantry with transports up top, and then just vehicles and infantry on the bottom. We do have our first battlecopter. Still floating 7k. So we'll see what that money is going to be for. Okay, so the recons have been kind of delayed for Rosa Roxy. Luckily, this one has come out and it's going to be able to spot this incoming attack. Some guy 44 has been doing a really good job of keeping these recons alive and is actually healing them back up. But at this point, I would say that Rosa Roxy is kind of winning, mostly because they're Sammy and they haven't just died yet. So we'll see what floating the money was for. It could have just been to get more foot soldiers out. Could also be to get like a Neo tank and then some more foot soldiers. Very aggressive. This is probably because Rosa Roxy saw his army in the middle. A great tool. There's a few things. If you watched Melth's video, he highlighted a nice tool that you can use in Fog to judge where the army is, and that's when you look at the units and you're checking their fuel counts to see what route they might have taken to get here. If it's like really low, that means that unit's been out for a while and it's probably with the more main army. In this case, they're like decently low. So this means this is not an army that just beelined it down here. Or it's like just built. So this is probably the standing formation. Interestingly, the artillery have the exact same fuel count, so they've spent the exact same amount of movement points. And if you go really big brain, and you have a lot of time to invest, you can kind of work back to see exactly where the most likely routes these have taken, or where they might have come from, and all that stuff. Which can give you a lot of really good information. So I'd recommend checking out Melth's video that he put out just today. He'll give you a demonstration. Ooh, triple tank. Nothing here. So the one thing that I'm noticing for Rosa Roxy is there's not that many. This might be something that's just going to start happening soon, because there hasn't been very many mechs just hiding in the forests waiting to ambush stuff. How do you spell his name? You know what? I will go and give you guys a link to his video. Apparently it'll be a time link with 1 second in. That's his video. Okay. Great orders with these attacks. Interesting. So here, I would probably be thinking mech strike here, infantry stands on city, and then black boat goes here to fully wall off the mech. Ooh. Spicy. We're going in for the artillery. Let's see how this plays out. Goes for the recon kill and some interrupts here. Okay, that's fine. The nice thing about attacking into artillery is if they're out in the open like this and really hard to keep a wall up, even though they have like really good shots available to them, you can kind of guarantee that if they take those shots, they will die. And suddenly the artillery is no longer very cost effective. That's something you can do in all the modes, but it happens a lot in Fog. Okay, I'm liking this. It's like constant copter production, keeping the unit count high, and being able to produce more and more foot soldiers. Oh yeah, look at that. 20 infantry, 4 mechs. That's huge. It's only against 10 infantry too. So like here, some guy 44 goes for the beatdown because they kind of made an established position and they want to, you know, use those artillery that were set up behind their walls. But this will cost these artillery their lives. And a single artillery shot against like a tank is not worth a full artillery. Ooh, that's a nice little breakthrough, but also very risky to go for. But I think at this point, Jake is like, I need to do something because they've just been losing the sides here. Wall break. So this is, if there was another mech over here, this would definitely be double time. Could still double time. Ooh, we have a sacrificial attack. Copter comes in. Now the tanks get to do some serious work. Oh, went with infantry attack there. Okay. Can kill it off with another infantry. Nice. Very nice. Rosa Roxy, did you move planner this turn out, or was this all in your head? Because it's looking very, very crisp. Infantry gaming, look at them go. In those big hits, protecting the low health infantry. Getting very close to that victory march now. The mech is in a very, very strong spot for counterattacks. Move planner, of course. It was very nice. His anti-air's a little bit on the fringe. Build another one. I like it. Keep up the copter production. Some guy 44 resigns. That was very well played. The thing I think that really started working very heavily in Rosa Roxy's favor is that they never overextended. Even they're going for these very contested properties. They get the property. What do? They fall back. They're like, yeah, I got what I wanted. Time to fall back. If you want to try and take it, I'll fight you for it. The thing that I think would have helped for you is probably some more transport copters to get more of the mechs out there faster, and just the infantry in general. I think sticking together and keeping this mixed unit composition formation worked out very well. Some guy 44, yeah, I liked the recon opener. I think it just had to not go quite for the middle because it was too close to the bases. Yeah. Unit count is very important for Sammy, and not overextending is also very important. It worked out very nicely. The only thing, it took a while, but then you started using the airport more. That was good. There were some blocks I think you could have done with the black boat. For the most part, you were doing that. I think you played that exceptionally. Very well played. Next, got one from Rhymer. Cannon fodder. Do the one from Rhymer. Which is also a AWBW game. Oh my. So this is Eagle against Kindle. This is a tournament game. I think this is the tournament where when you play a CO, you can only play a CO once per the tournament. Thank you, Roro. AWBW. So we'll make the AWBW couple ice. That way the Rhymer can be the evil, villainous yellow comet. Okay. So both players start with an airport right away. That's pretty interesting. Oh, this is the Star Flash map that I haven't played yet, I think. CO elimination tournament. Okay. So that explains this matchup. Eagle against Kindle. So in general, you would expect Eagle to be very advantaged here. But Kindle can always try and bully Eagle with the stronger day-to-day and get a really nice economic advantage. Fast T-Copter, I think that's to be expected. AWBW went for a fast recon, so it'll be a slower T-Copter from AWBW. Ooh, no T-Copter at all. Okay, that's going to hurt a lot. So when they give you a free airport like this, you pretty much have to go for that transport copter, at least one, because the maps are almost always really far away from each other like this, and it's going to accelerate the capture game by so much. Now you can try and overwhelm with recons, which it looks like AWBW is kind of doing, only sending one out. That's not going to be enough to really stop the advantage of this transport copter brings. So we're going to see very shortly here that Rhymer is going to have a very large economic advantage. And this recon did see the transport copter zoom by, which can't feel good. And you'd have the choice here. You can either go after these infantry, or you can try and mess with the one that the T-Copter sent. It looks like it's already started to take its toll. As AWBW ends the turn equal in economy when you want to be half a turn ahead. Yeah. The map is so big that the recon doesn't get there in time. You'd have to have more than one recon. You'd have to have a ton of recons. And you'd have to not go for like the middle here. You'd need to catch them on the fringes. which is a lot harder to do than it is to just use recons, or use the T-copter. And this feels awful. Sees the tank covering the infantry. I think this is another turn where the AWBW ends. No, the AWBW is going to end a little bit ahead. That's good. Doesn't get the interrupts. It's also not a safe place to put that tank. Or not that tank, that recon. Not even covered by the tank. So Reimer goes for the kill, and he goes for the capture. Feels awful. That was an early recon. It kind of just spotted the army and then died. But spotting the army is useful because if you see this much stuff over here, you kind of just attack the other side. Which looks like Reimer's is pretty aware of how that works and is starting to send reinforcements over there. Okay, now we're sticking to mainly tanks here. Can't hit this. Unfortunate. Yeah, so you see the T-copter, they're not going to be very aggressive anywhere for quite a while, although around day 10 they can start being aggressive. So instead of sticking in the middle like this, you have to go down here and hit these sides where they're going to be weaker. If this happens a lot on maps that are really big and there's early transports, it's just incredibly hard to punish them. So the transport opener basically becomes mandatory if you don't want to fall behind. And Reimer is not getting greedy. Just saying, you know what, I got my properties really fast. I've really not run into much conflict on this side, so there's probably some sort of army over here. So I can safely fall back. And then this recon's so aggressive. Unfortunately for this recon, it hasn't really been getting the vehicle reinforcements that it would need to do a maneuver like this. Reimer, very careful not to reveal the copter. Just goes with the tank recon kill. And because Reimer is Kindle, any fight around a property like this is very much in Reimer's favor. But this isn't the end of the world for Eagle. It was just a few pickoffs. Those happen. As long as the majority of Eagle's army survives, then it's okay. Because Eagle's super is just that good. Okay, goes in for an attack over here. Probably in reaction to these guys. Or this kill on this recon. And I guess trying to deal with this comm tower. It's a fairly strong attack. Reimer isn't at the normal power yet, so it's hard for Reimer to clear the city. But the other thing that's going to happen is Reimer is going to be like, well, you have a lot of stuff over here. I'm going to focus on killing your infantry, and then just do a little bit of a fallback and hit you on the other side of the map. Okay, we have a front switch going on. And since those two recons died, AWBW is losing track of where Reimer's army might be. This is also a very risky maneuver. You don't want to leave a clearable city next to a vehicle. In this case, a copter. Ooh. AWBW is like, I want conflict. In reality, when you're playing Eagle, you don't really want conflict. You want those vehicles to be built up a lot. Copter lived because it's an Eagle copter. Get a sacrificial attack here. I'm not sure why there was a sacrificial attack. I think this is a mistake from Reimer. I think what happened here is Reimer was like, well, I want to check to see if there's something in this forest. But when a unit attacks and dies, it doesn't actually give you any information. It will show the forest as clear, but that doesn't necessarily mean the forest will be clear. Recon on 7 HP comm tower infantry is a roll without a sack. Oh, okay. Never mind then. Shouldn't you sack it after the power? Or is even this much good enough? Okay. Yeah, strong attack down here. AWBW loses a lot because, of course, this was a fight over a property. And Urban Blight is so strong. Get a little extra charge. Like 4 more damage, okay. You'll need to run away. Again, as Eagle, this isn't the end of the world. You can take heavy losses and still be fine, because your super is just so strong. But part of what Eagle really needs in Fog for the super is these recons, which it looks like AWBW is using. But since all of the infantry have been dealt with over here, there's our characters, our classic Reimer Neotank. Since all the infantry have been dealt with over here for the most part, this is now a huge threat. Because the only thing that can interrupt it is a vehicle. Yeah, against any other CO, you'd be fine resting on your laurels. Yeah, because... but against Eagle, you do have to keep up the pressure, because even if Eagle's down in economy by like 2k, the units that Eagle builds will be much stronger with the lightning strike. Did I miss a cheeky tank movement? Did this one? Did it like go here and like around like that? Okay, that's good too. Barely dodges the infantry vision. 4 or 5. You can't quite go here and then around. I don't know if the game even lets you do a route like that. You can go here and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But yeah, that kind of stuff, playing around vision, or vision play, is very important at the more you play Fog. Because information is so key to winning. It's a whole metric in itself. Just like unit value and unit count and income. Like, look at that. The dodgy movement trapped the tank. Yeah. It's good. That's how strong information is. The Neotank even clears, and then we get this nice 2-hit KO, and then we get more pressure taking the city. There's still no infantry to interrupt. It's rough. But the AWBW does have the super at this point. And the Neotank has been revealed. So, there's definitely potential here. The main problem that the AWBW has is that this army is all tanks and copters. That's not... The anti-air are really good. Tanks and copters are decent, but they're not like game-breaking in a lightning strike. From behind, you need like bombers and Neotanks and artillery and stuff like that that can... there's our bomber. Artillery in particular are a very nice tool for Eagle because you can, of course, help stall with locking down properties. And then once your lightning strike comes in, they get to move and shoot. So if there was like 2 artillery and that whole army was there, the AWBW could have moved artillery here and then just next turn killed the Neotank. Or not next turn, but lightning strike killed the Neotank. Oh, is there only one lab? Oh my. So this is forcing a very serious response from the AWBW. Reimer is going for the win. That's definitely uncomfortable. The bomber gets to here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It can't reach the Neotank. It really wants to. At least it can reach a tank. And yeah, the AWBW is kind of forced to go in here. Sadly, not very many initial strikes. A lot of the lightning strike is used just to run up to Reimer, which never feels good. Here comes the lightning strike. It's gonna get some decent damage. Killing the fighter would be huge. That's the only thing over here that can threaten the bomber. Okay, very nice. Not quite sure why all of these infantry charged forward. So that was a pretty good lightning strike. It would have been a lot better if the armies were a lot closer together. Bomber doesn't quite reach over there. Okay, so that's always really scary if you're playing and your opponent just kills all of your anti-air. And there aren't any more on the way. So instead of tanks, there probably should have been at least 1 anti-air with that initial buy. So that helped. That helped AWBW a lot, the lightning strike did, but it's not quite like a game-winning strike, and getting no damage on this turn hurts a lot. Because that was a turn that Reimer didn't get any power. This is very scary. There are recons here. So if AWBW manages to catch on to this like huge front switch down here, doesn't seem to. Could really like launch forward and get some nice captures. Reimer, no fear with that recon. Sees the whole army. And then attacks anyway. That's gonna make anyone nervous. If a recon runs up, sees your whole army, and you're like, yes, I am defending this. And they're like, that's okay. It's just attack you anyway. You gotta be a little concerned about that. Takes out the recon. Probably won't dive in here. This is very awkward. The army's not being kept together. Where Reimer's is. Another Neo tank. We got fighter and bomber. AWBW is down 4k, but that's okay when you've got this much money. Like 25k can definitely fight 29k. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Got the walls and the fog. Okay. So AWBW doesn't really have much charge at all. Needs like 80,000. So Eagle's dream is, of course, to have just a huge attack that gets all 80,000 of that in value, which is possible, and then lightning strike to finish off all of Reimer's forces. Reimer kind of took the pedal off the gas. So this is kind of allowed AWBW to get quite a large buildup of units. Sadly, there aren't enough infantry around to make a real death ball. And death balls are very nice for Eagle. So even though Reimer is ahead by 6k in income here, every turn is kind of playing with fire. Alright, we got a few units sent in. Just don't send them all in. They're getting close to the unit cap. So any moment that Eagle can kind of sacrifice some cheaper units to get more charge and replace them with bigger units is going to be really good. This is the biggest death ball you've ever seen. So a death ball is a very defensive formation. What you have over here with Reimer, you have like this crescent arc, and that's a very offensive position or formation. It's because this lets you get more sides to attack on, kind of maximizes it. So it's built to attack, where this is built to be hit and then strike back. But a huge part of a death ball is that you need the buffer zone of infantry, you like that shell. And it's right now it's just kind of got a little shield, which means a crescent formation can definitely find a way in past it. Okay, well, you really don't want to lose the comm tower when you have this many units. Gets a nice interrupt over here. Okay, it looks like AWBW is going to go in. Very important for Reimer is to keep the anti-air away from the front lines. It's one of the easiest ways to generate enough charge to get Lightning Strike is to just sacrifice some copters into them. Okay, so we have a really big problem here, and that is that AWBW cannot reach very many units. So this bomber should not have been sent in. I would be fine with sending in the tanks. What on earth was that? Don't risk that roll. Definitely hit that with a tank so that you can interrupt this cap. I would be fine with this attack mainly being these like 4 tanks or whatever going in here, and keep the bigger units back. Definitely don't charge forward with the other units here, because you're gonna get hit really hard. That was like a decently strong attack, but now the whole army is in range of Reimer's army. Where if like and didn't get the comp tower. You think this right? This is going to do a ton of damage. We went. Reimer went for high society. Doesn't tell me how many of these. It's a high society. Is there any harbors here? I don't see any. It's a 26 city high society. 25 city. No, 26. Eagle will definitely have the super next turn. There's going to be some very large overkill attacks here. Luckily, there's nothing really to hit from this city. Recon one-shots artillery. I'm sure some of these rolls were very satisfying for Reimer, who regularly celebrates the lash damage rolls and how large they can be. This infantry's life just flashed before its eyes. Okay, so that hurt a lot. And this is also a very annoying wall to try and break. Okay. I'm not sure why that was chosen to attack, but that's okay. We'll see how much AWBW can get done. Really unfortunate with the bombers. If there was another bomber here and one more anti-air survived, there could be a potential hold. Not sure why this one was attacked. I would have much preferred for the bomber to kill the one on the road, and then this medium tank can go after this tank on the road. Nice little surround. Goes after the poor APC. Okay. So a lot of the heavy hitters for Reimer survive that. Luckily, there isn't really that much anti-air capability over here. There's just a 5 health fighter. So the bomber should survive. I'm actually surprised that Reimer hit the bomber from there instead of clearing the city and hitting the bomber from the city. Wanted to go for the capture. Okay. And remember, all those losses that just happened is when AWBW has the super active, so isn't getting any charge from that. So at this point, there isn't a ton that AWBW can do. Yeah, just gonna get overrun and then lose the lab. So very well played, Reimer. I think Reimer's opening was really strong. The initial aggression was really strong. Almost threw it in the mid game. I think AWBW definitely had a chance when these large armies are kind of jostling for position. I think what happened was that Reimer got hit with this lightning strike and was like, whoa, that hurt a lot. And just kind of cleared some stuff out. And then AWBW retreats, and Reimer just kind of lets that happen. And then we have this very passive game. Reimer attacks up here, but there's not quite enough pressure. So much gets built up in this time frame. And I think if AWBW does just does a smaller attack over here and breaks through and interrupts this comm tower, that the lightning strike would be scary enough to just wipe out the rest of Reimer's stuff. Oh yeah, against anyone but Eagle, pretty much, the game is over quite a while ago. Like here? Here? Yeah. How much of a difference did Reimer capping the comm tower at the end make? A lot. I don't know if it's pretty huge. For Reimer's turn, it's just 10% more. But it takes a whole 10% away from AWBW's entire standing formation. For Reimer during the super, it's probably barely noticeable. But for AWBW, it was definitely noticeable. Oh, really? The comm tower actually mattered that much. Okay, very nice. I would have thought it was just more overkill. That was very well thought out and planned, Reimer. And AWBW, I think you almost had it. But it's really hard to play these games. Like I can say this like kind of stuff from here, but I'm not playing the game. It's not easy. Not an easy call to make. Did I ever cover this game? Performing. I did, okay. I remember my roof First indirect bomber 2. Yeah, Senta Shade against Megton. You wanted to get to the threshold where you could go all out with High Society. Ah, I see, I see. Yeah, Lightning Strike is so strong. So Megton's made a request to stay as Gray Sky. I'm just gonna hope that yellow to gray is going to be serviceable. Fluffy, you're pretending to be an AFK or away or something? Why would you do such a thing? Okay, we have Senta Shade playing Sammy again. I guess Senta Shade is like a Sammy main. Megton playing Jess. These are opposites. If I get any comments about this game with the color situation, I can always keep that in mind for the future. Oh, sorry. Aha! There we go. So, Senta Shade going for some of these very aggressive caps with Sammy. Megton as Jess, pretty much you always go for the tank, the recon opener. But especially against Sammy, you will. Ooh, and Senta Shade goes for a recon of their own. So this recon cannot prevent this comm tower capture, but it can kill the infantry after the capture, which is a pretty big deal. And it looks like the two players are going to handshake these middle cities. Senta Shade starts going for these mechs. The mechs are going to have a very hard time defending this comm tower, because there's kind of no man's land for them. They don't have forests or mountains or anything to stand two away from it. So this might have been a case of Sammy rushing forward, losing the infantry, and then loses the comm tower. Megton sees this recon, sees this captured city, sends this recon back. So, there's only one spot that this infantry could be. Eight more days, there's an interesting prediction. Okay. My game against Senta Shade actually ended today. Maybe it was yesterday. Oh my gosh. The aggression is real. I do not recommend that when playing Sammy in Fog. I think this comm tower is also not covered. Oh, no, it's covered by this guy. So this is what I was talking about, or I've talked about in the past, where especially in Fog, Sammy can like rush these properties and get those captures, but then you just lose the infantry and they take the city from you. Senta Shade could have deleted the infantry for the mind games. That would have been amazing. You got matched up against me on this map? Okay, the artillery is in position to lock comm tower. Ooh. Mekton not respecting the almost certain artillery. Stream snipe? No. Oh, this, yeah. Yeah, Reimer's very right. If you're going to interrupt this, definitely interrupt it from down over here, as close to your forces as possible. You can see, like, mechs are really strong, but they don't have very much reach. So any fight that's happening just barely away from them, it's impossible for them to defend. Okay. And Sammy does have really strong infantry, so you often feel like you should go for stuff like this. But if your infantry isn't supported, even if you get this kill, it's much worse to trade a Sammy infantry for a Jess infantry. And Sammy infantry are a lot stronger. This was a very aggressive attack, which I do not recommend going for. If there's like a bunch of mechs and you want to get this comm tower, I would recommend getting some artillery. The problem with attacking into a mech chain is it like never ends. You hit this mech, and then there's a full health mech threatening you, and then you try to hit this mech, then this mech's hitting you. So this is going to hurt a lot. And even if Sammy gets 2 comm towers against you, it's not the end of the world. But yeah, the mechs get their strikes. Very good for Senta Shade. Really charges forward here. But it looks like Mekton is just a little bit out of. Doesn't quite have the vision control anymore. Oh, very nice. We get the super repairing with the black boat and being on the city. Okay. Not quite sure why this guy's attacking from here. Kill. 3 health infantry. Okay, I mean, that's not the worst. It does Sammy infantry kill. Yeah. Senta Shade doesn't want that city. Open this up. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. Looks like Senta Shade noticed. Now, the nice thing about Jess infantry is they can still kill infantry on planes. If they couldn't do that, then she would be almost unplayable. Nice. It's a very scary attack into Sammy. Anti-air are, of course, very strong. Anti-air do the same damage to infantry as they do the mechs. So they can just wipe out mechs. We have a double time here. Takes out a recon. Again, I'm not a huge fan of charging forward with your the limited infantry that Sammy has left. So even though this is like a really scary attack, and Sentishade has managed to maintain control of both comm towers, it won't matter as the game gets more and more vehicle heavy. Even having 2 comm towers to 0, Sammy just stops having a power. Or any powers. Honestly, that worked out pretty well for Sentishade. Looks like Megtone is waiting, biding their time before they strike with the super. Gets this mech hit. It's nice. Joins mechs. I think the middle here is going to get wiped out. There's the overdrive. It's vision. Copter. Just copters. Takes out the mech. Takes out the infantry. Takes out the recon. Takes out the artillery. Takes out the infantry. Takes out the artillery. Very scary. Okay. Now Sentishade is still got control of the 2 comm towers for now. And is going to get another property, which is nice. But unit count wise, so far behind. And you can't afford to trade anti-air for copter. It's like, I know the whole point of buying the anti-air is so it kills a copter, but if you lose the anti-air for the copter, it's just net -1 on the unit count. And you're basically going -1 on unit count because copters built are kind of a free extra unit. Not a free extra unit, but they're +1 unit to the unit count in comparison to just building from 3 bases. And the value exchange is just 1,000 positive for anti-air to copter. So you're netting 1,000 in value to go down a whole unit. Which, especially when you're down to like 18 units, is very steep cost. Yeah, just leaves the mech ball. They're like porcupines. They're very slow. And then eventually you just can dive in and kill them all. They don't have the terrain they need to be defensible. Yeah, don't kill copters with AA. That's exactly what I said. I stand by that. But more specifically, don't dive forward to kill a copter with your AA. Your AAs are precious, precious boys. Try and keep them alive. Yeah, I like bringing the AA back. Gets a rocket. That's one way to deal with the mech ball. joins the copters together. Mech ball marching forward on its own. Victory march. Oh no. There's so few foot soldiers. One city. 2 cities? 2 cities. 2 cities. Yeah. And then you can kind of see what happened, right? The Victory March got these 2 cities, but then everything had to extend. Those cities are in your opponent's control, so you have to move, you have to like overextend to go for those cities, and you just get punished. The mech goes down. Oh, it lives. That's just infantry for you right there. Should have attacked with the 10. Yeah. Let's see what Sammy can get going here. Hits the anti-air. Hits it again. Takes it out. Keeps marching forward with these mechs. Charge. Oh no, the mech chain has been broken. It's an isolated mech ball. This is probably the end of the game. Yeah, this is just what happens to isolated mech balls. They get beat up by all the first strikes. The only CO that can really get away with an isolated mech ball is Sonya. The super makes it so you can't first strike them, but only for a short amount of time. Sadly, they're still super slow. Okay. Oh, the mech stood its ground. At this point, it's pretty much game over. The problem is, like, the nice thing about Eagle in a situation like this is that you can just build vehicles and then kind of win with a super. As Sammy, if you build vehicles, you're just building worse vehicles than your opponent. And if you build infantry, you just can't fight their army. So once Sammy gets down in unit count, it's really, really hard to recover. And there's the result. GG. The mech ball actually worked out pretty decently. It just didn't want to overextend so much, but it kind of has to. Sammy's really hard to play in Fog. She's really hard to play in any mode. She's extra really hard to play in Fog. Actually, that reminds me. Does anyone here have my replay against a true boss? I guess I can ask a true boss. I don't know if they're online right now. Let's see. Do you have a replay? of our tourney. Holding an apple. You watched the video on fuel scouting, it's pretty impressive. Yeah, he did a great job. Did I cover this game? Did not. Humida against Lonnie. Your games disappear, yes. After the first week, they get taken off of the server, so you have to download them to store them. I think I had that game on my other computer, which I might be able to bring back to life and send to myself. I don't know. Got cobalt ice. Again. Yellow comet. It's a very tall map. Like that. This is the Discord Cup first map. Oh. I'm gonna be starting my my game on that soon. Okay. Very tall. Here we go. It looks like a decent map for transports. And recons look okay, but I think usually tanks, yeah, tanks get used a lot in high funds. This is a high funds game. For the high funds tournament. Discord Cup number 12. It is also mixed base, yep. Okay, so I like what Lonnie's doing over here. There's not really that many captures for these infantry to go for, so it's going to just swap over to lots and lots of aggressive vehicle buys to put pressure on the one base side. Humida responds with a Neo tank. We'll see. Okay, Lonnie gets artillery in response. Usually if you're planning to use artillery to break down their response of big units, I'd get the artillery first. Because this has enough of a rush distance that your tanks will overtake your initial attacking force of artillery. Everywhere else is relatively peaceful. We have anti-air artillery over here, which I guess is a response to the bomber buy. Or I guess it's not a response to the bomber buy. It's a response to the airport getting captured. Oh, there's more airports. Ooh. Lonnie lets this infantry get hit by that copter. Sadly, can't trap that copter or anything. And there isn't an anti-air. Might have had plans of building an anti-air and then got distracted. Which I think is a common thing that can happen. I know it happens to me. So far the initial aggression, the problem that this initial aggression is running into is that it's just too scared. Doesn't want to lose any units. But that means that building these units didn't accomplish that much. If you're going to go for an aggressive attack with the tanks, you're going to have to just expect that they're probably going to die. But they can trade out for infantry in high funds, which is more valuable than normal. And if it's against a 1 base, they're going to have a hard time finding a time to produce more infantry to make up for the ones that you kill and deny captures. Yeah, I'm not quite sure why Lani doesn't have these. I think that's just because the infantry were used for walling. In general, in high funds, you don't really want to use your infantry for walling. They're very valuable little guys. Because everything they capture gives twice as much value. So until everything is captured, like these are captured, these infantry have a very steep price on their head. It's not worth just 1,000. It's worth, if it has a capture to go for, it's worth like 3,000 at minimum. Probably more, because you're going to get multiple turns of income if you go for it much earlier rather than having it stand this wall. I guess a better way to look at it is every turn the infantry is involved in a wall costs you 2,000 income. So it's very expensive to do stuff like this in high funds. In standard, it's still relatively expensive, but it's nowhere near the same cost. Okay. There's lots of pressure around the map here. Sadly, we only have the really big units to try and go for these interrupts now. Like tanks and recons, you're totally fine losing one of those to stop a capture. Losing a whole medium tank to stop a capture, that kind of hurts. Losing a whole bomber, that's probably too much. You basically have to be denying that capture for 11 turns. So it could be worth it if it's a permanent denial. Interesting that no one got a transport copter. The cities in the middle are untouched. Okay, so there's nothing here that the Neo tanks are scared of. The artillery are kind of scary, the Neo tanks, but the Neo tanks have to walk into them. This, however, is very scary of an attack. Another city falls. And this is a very large force. It has a lot of Lani's units. And it's costing Lani a lot to have this kind of contained into this corner. Okay, and usually if they're capping your city, it's often worth it to sacrifice something to delay it. Because normally when you're delaying a city, it's like a 2,000 income value that you keep for yourself, because you don't lose 1,000, they don't gain 1,000. But in high funds, that's a 4,000 income swing. Adder seems beyond broken on this map. I could see it. You need a lot more air production than what Lani has going on here. Because that's the main advantage that Adder has over Jake, is that the air forces get stronger. And you can see how nasty this attack is here. And how there's nothing really, just even though there's artillery here, they're not going to be able to really deal with these heavy units without much stronger support. Oof. And even with an adder super, can't reach these bombers. So we'll see what adder can do. For a side slip, medium tanks aren't a great answer to Neo tank. Mega tanks are very good for adder. They're also very good for Jake, because the increased movements boost matters a lot more the lower your movement is. They're kind of just like really, really strong mechs. They're also very expensive. Attack over here, sure. Oh, this bomber staring at this. Anti-air. It's just not quite enough support these units. Here's a block rock. Loses the bomber. Needs to charge in here, get a lot of kills. Anti-air goes down to bomber. It happens a lot. This is not what I thought would happen over here. I thought that he maybe would try and go for something cheeky. The bomber kills here, and then the infantry trap the AA against this mountain. While attacking over here. Didn't do that. I think that would have been quite the annoying play. Just works on building more and more bombers. The Neo tank can release it, but the idea is that you'd be attacking here as well. But maybe the Mega tank was just too scary. It did have all 3 shots. Okay. We get a nice attack over here, and there was a fighter built from here, I guess? Just barely out of range. I would definitely, as Lonnie, see if I could get my super. Which I don't know if Lonnie can. Well, you do have this anti-air strike on this bomber. Can maybe do something over here. The super just lets your fighter kill this bomber, which would be pretty valuable. As well as let the medium tank hit like this, or the mega tank, but the mega tank doesn't really want to jump into that. Okay. That Neo tank is in bomber range. Mega tank is gonna get another kill. Doesn't have a super juicy target. By bomber. This one captures. Takes out the AA. Goes for a block. Not quite sure why I didn't block here with infantry here. Forces this medium tank to try and kill the infantry on the road, which I don't think it can do at 7 health. And then he attacks over here, giving the Mega Tank a very wide berth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not wide enough though. This new tank is snaggable. Bomber sticks around and fights. Okay, things are looking very, very grim at this point. A lot of cities are going down. The unit count and the unit value is very drastic. What? Oh, I see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't go for this because it doesn't want to get hit by the Mega Tank. I think at this point you probably go for it anyway. I mean, at least killing an infantry doesn't cost any ammo. It just feels silly. That's a pretty good power from Lonnie. If Humida wasn't capturing so many cities during that, there might be a way to make it back in. But as is, we're losing that Mega Tank too. As is, I think the losses are just a little too great. Oh my gosh. Maybe I didn't quite realize Humida has so many good setups to really punish Lonnie. Another city goes down. Yeah, this is looking very GG. Lonnie keeps fighting. And then resigns. So what happened to Lonnie there is it was way too much of like an aggressive investment that just never paid off. You kind of have to respect the Neo Tank, but at the same time, for one, this tank probably should go down here because this is a airport. But yeah, in high funds, you often have to sacrifice tanks to delay captures. Lonnie keeps fighting, resigns immediately. Yeah, that happens. The other thing I would say is that if you're playing Adder against Jake, try and force the fight into the air so that you have the better power. Humida was kind of letting that happen by building a lot of bombers. But yeah, that's something that like both Adder and like Andy likes to do is build bombers and fighters and force your opponent to fight you in the air where you're stronger. Is next on my little game list. Okay. Alex Arcanis, Lord Frognerus. The Brasmac. Let's do Lord Frogneros. It's another Sammy game. So it's still settled as still as water. This is the Compi didn't make this map, but Compi made a huge write-up for this map. You can see pinned in the Discord strategy channel. And as the meta on the map has definitely been shaped around Bai's opening that he's made for it, his map theory. So we'll see how much of that carries through in this game as well. True, Sammy and Drake do both have special tactics, both with landers and with black boats, and with the transport copters for Sammy. So we'll see if any of these special tactics come into play. Lord Frognos went for a very fast recon, as is the meta, and so did our question mark Chinese player. Yeah. Our mysterious challenger. Okay. So far the meta's being adhered to. Okay. There wasn't a double recon opener from Lord Frogneros, so this is a little off meta. I think some of the deployment with the black boat was also a little off meta, but that's okay. Lord Frogneros gets a really nice interrupt. Goes for a fast mech. I imagine we're going to see some transport copters coming out next turn. They're very strong. Ooh, Lord Frogneros looking very good. The end of the Mysterious Challenger's turn, Lord Frogneros is ahead by 2k. Must be one of these 25 game players. A Mysterious Challenger. Ooh. The infantry tried to make a run for it. Lord Frogneros says no. Okay, so that's a very good start. Drake will be even in economy this turn, which is still a little behind, but we'll see if, basically, because ideally you'll be half a turn ahead at the end of your turn in every metric. The mech was here just in time. But sometimes, like, city skips happen, so there's a delay in when things return back to a more normal situation. Like this, in this case, Drake was indeed like about half a turn ahead in income, which is what you want. And here Sammy has a choice in either try and finish off this recon or go for the interrupt. I think probably going for the interrupt makes sense, but I wouldn't be upset about killing the recon. Okay. Very unfortunate for the Mysterious Challenger. This recon had to stand on the plains inside of the mech's vision range. Now the tanks are showing up over here. Oh, look at that. That's a very fancy... It cancels the cap, so the pressure is no longer there. But this is a wall that stops this mech from killing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and even the tank can't reach. So the mech can kill this if it wants. Ooh, it gets backed up with a heal. Very nice. But good job from the Mysterious Challenger keeping the recon alive. The recons could have swapped positions, that's true, and then you wouldn't have to deal with that. You could keep keep your capture pressure going. You can just sacrifice your 2 health recon instead. Lord Frognos is looking very, very good here. I like this move into the center from the Mysterious Challenger. Just admitting that this fight wasn't great, but there are infantries to pick off elsewhere. Okay. Lord Frognos still way ahead in the capture game, which is very nice of Sammy. Both ahead in the capture game and ahead in unit count and unit value, which is pretty much what everyone wants, but Sammy really, really wants. However, Drake has a very strong power and is not going to be afraid of using a bunch of vehicles in the game. So as long as Drake is in like an okay to poor position, can definitely make a comeback, because that global damage will do a ton to help. Well, while Sammy's victory march is scary, but it doesn't really help Sammy win a fight. Unless there's like a lot of mechs. The increased money will help, though. Okay. Mysterious Challenger, probably getting a little too aggressive up here. I liked some of those pickoffs. Maybe going for the capture, I wouldn't. Unless you have more of an army backing it up. But since the army is very split between the two fronts, I wouldn't recommend being aggressive. It's a very nice mech attack. And moved forward with the mech. That is always risky, because now this mech isn't on a very strong defensive tile like it was in the woods. I understand that it's trying to defend this mech, but this mech will, if it dies, if it gets hit, it's probably going to die, and then your opponent gets to hit you from the city. Oh! Drake did go for the lander. I didn't see that. Yep. So eventually this will probably be a strong side, but it's not yet. So yeah. That's what I was talking about with the protecting of the mech. Oh. Okay, Drake's under feeling a lot of pressure. Goes for the normal power. I do not recommend that as Drake against Sammy in particular. One of the really strong parts about going for the normal power is that you can interrupt captures to get more value out of it. But against Sammy, that doesn't interrupt anything. Even if the capture hasn't started, a 9 health infantry can still get the capture. So a lot of the hidden value, I guess, to the early Drake normal power kind of goes away against Sammy in particular. And I'd much rather save up for the super. Because, of course, every power you use makes all of your powers cost 20% more. And the super also is only 3 more bars instead of the 4 of the normal power. So it's very, very much worth it to go for the supers if you can. But there's obviously there's situations where the normal power makes more sense. Against Sammy, it's just harder to make it to that threshold. Okay, I like the anti-air, I like the tanks. I like the artillery. Indirects are pretty good against Sammy. The medium tanks are also pretty good. Ooh, we have a victory march. Ooh, this is always a very nice thing to look out for when you're playing as Sammy, is can you victory march to grab both comm towers? Because then, well, then of course you now have 2 comm towers. So risky. Diving through the fog. Goes for the capture, sure. Goes for the interrupt. Can't this guy interrupt? This guy can interrupt. This has to go down here and take out this recon. Sure. So part of the nice thing about Victory March, while it does cause you to be very, very overextended, it often doesn't do that much damage to your opponent. So it's not as likely that you're going to use your super and then they're going to counterattack immediately with a super, which is something Drake would love to do. But yeah, it does still cause a lot of overextension. So that your opponent gets some juicy hits on you and starts whittling away at your unit count. Which is, has been noted before, is very, very important for Sammy. I don't like this. I'm not even sure why you're attacking over here. Kind of got what you wanted, so being defensive seems would make a lot more sense to me. Oh no, this transport copter. So something to always remember when you're against Drake is, of course, you're losing fuel. But if you need to refuel something, you have a black boat that's just given to you. Both down here, but also on the HQ until it runs out of fuel. So always be sure to save your stuff. Especially as Sammy, you don't want to lose your copters. Okay, so we're starting to have the backlash to the Victory March, where a lot of the overextended units die, and then a lot of the captures start getting taken back. Okay, the mech actually got to kill that artillery, which is wild to me. Okay. So Sammy can deny this comm tower capture, which is very nice. The longer Sammy can keep those 2 comm towers, obviously the better. Especially in these aerial combats. Poor luck roll from Drake there. Okay, this is happening in defense range of this mech. So we'll see if this anti-air 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or here. You can risk it. It doesn't risk it. It goes for this other mech instead. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. I've noticed that the Mysterious Challenger's been pretty decent with these blocks, with these low health infantry. Definitely knows how to utilize them, which is very good. It goes for a Neo tank. That's often very difficult for Sammy to deal with. And Sammy went for a Neo tank of their own. Gets this nice pick off on this anti-air, and this one just can't reach because of the double force. We got lots of big units coming down to the south for Sammy. Okay, there we go. We get a nice repair on the artillery. More anti-air. Another transport copter looks good. Lord Frognos is actually keeping up very nicely in the unit count, despite how much was lost after the victory march. But the foot soldier count is looking very low. It's a combined total of 10 between infantry and mechs. That is continually shrinking. And that hurts a lot, because of course, Sammy's powers only impact those foot soldiers. So once you run out of them, you become a powerless CO. Another unit crashes from fuel loss. Hurts a lot. Luckily, the ground vehicles do not blow up when they run out of fuel. They just stand there. So at this point, I think for Sammy, really start spamming out the foot soldiers. There we go. Lord Frogneros recognizes that this has become a weakness. Bombers are a great choice. Okay, the attack continues. This is an okay trade for Lord Frogneros, except for the fact that this is giving Drake the super here, which is going to hurt a lot. Typhoon. A ton of damage. But there are a lot of properties that are very exposed here. And infantry are not slowed down by the rain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's this one. Probably clear this and take it. I mean, I think Victory March actually looks kind of appealing. Well, you can even go for that. Oh, that's... Oh, this guy. Oh, this guy can't reach over here. I'm not quite sure what's going on with that. Okay. Just wanted to take Drake's property. Oh, no, that doesn't reach those ones. So yeah, that's the only one. Reveals the recon. And then hits the anti-air. The vision definitely became a problem there for trying to capture this one. We'll see if this infantry tries to sneak around to get that last city. Decides to run all the way back. I'm not quite sure what's up with that. I would have expected maybe here. Some vision problems, yeah. That happens. Still a pretty good turn. Looks like the comm tower's going to go down. But this infantry lives, that's huge. Of course, because of course our 1 health infantry captures just as fast in a victory march as a full health. What? I'm not quite sure why this medium tank is not hitting this other one. Okay. Just trying to sucker stuff into the bomber, I guess. This black boat's gonna go down soon. It's at 2 fuel, but for now it can still refuel stuff. The capture limit here, 36? 37 would be my guess. A lot. Yeah, kind of close. You could have gotten 2 more properties on that turn. then the mysterious challenger would really be feeling the heat. Kind of passive. Works out well. There's this one strike over here. It's not a huge deal, though. I would not have gotten a stealth, however. Stealths always have a really big vision problem, or not vision, fuel problem, and that's just going to be exacerbated a lot against Drake. Although APC should probably be on the field anyway. Oh, please stop spamming stealth. Whoa, that's a bold take right there. Okay, Drake is out for blood. Charges forward with no fear. That's a very nice setup for Lord Frogneros, because the bomber can kill the Neo Tank and the medium tank can kill the anti-air. We have the tsunami, does a damage, lowers the fuel. Blackboat was already going to die. The stealth is at 27. It's not stealth, so it'll only go down to 23 by Blackboat. Whoa, didn't get that kill. The 13. Let's heal that up. We go double time here for a mech strike. More mechs. Oh, and interrupting these caps. Okay. Well, the bomber goes in against the anti-air. Okay. Sure, that's something you can definitely do. It's not worth nearly as much as the Neo Tank, but that is okay. The idea being that as long as that's the only anti-air capability that Drake has, the bomber will go uncountered. Okay. More fighting going over here. Neo Tank finally goes down, but this is still happening in the range of an artillery. We'll see if the Neo Tank decides to kill this medium tank, or if it runs away. It looks like it's going to run away. Okay. Recon's got one fuel. Just getting some nice vision. The stealths are on their way. We'll see if they make a difference or if they kind of get taken out by the fuel drain. It can be really hard to maintain this stuff. Although there's an APC on the way, so that's going to help a lot. You gotta remember that stealths, well, they're stealthed, drain 8 fuel at the start of their turn, and they also drain a fuel with every movement they take. And if they get hit by any of the Drake powers, they lose half their fuel. So they very, very quickly can just kind of crash. Like this one's at 33. So if it gets hit by a Drake power, luckily for Sammy, the fuel drain rounds down. So would lose 16, be left with 17. Start of the turn goes down to 9. With 8 more coming next turn. So would just crash. It would be able to wouldn't be able to make it to a black mode time. Which is very unfortunate. But why you don't tend to go stealths against Drake? We'll see if that happens. Probably will happen now that Drake sees the stealth. Yep, there it is. We're down to 17 fuel. And then we're down to 9 fuel. It happens so fast. This guy's down to 7 fuel. So the APC has to refuel this guy or it's all over. Yep. The stealth moved. It actually shouldn't have moved. If it stood there and struck, it would survive for one more turn. Because it moved, it's going to crash next turn. Lord Frogner still has a lot of income and has for quite a while, so it can kind of accept these stealth losses. There it goes. Without immediately losing the game, as would probably happen to a lot of other COs after investing so much in the stealth. Goes for the lander. This is to try and hold against the incoming attack. Okay, it looks like Sammy's setting up another victory march and is going to get both comm towers again. Triple base skip fighter to deal with this stealth because it has an APC. Makes sense. Okay. So next turn looks like it's going to be a victory march. It's not going to get any of these like center cities back. But it will get to scoop up this corner, which is really nice. Interesting that our mysterious challenger is going for the units rather than the vehicles over the mech. And victory march is on the table. Oh, look at that! Covers the comm tower with the fighter. Unfortunately for them, fighter plus stealth, I'm pretty sure can kill fighter. Although it is a Sammy fighter plus stealth. But it still kills. Gets both comm towers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gets that city. It's fine. These cities are probably. I guess you can't reach them. Never mind. Hey, Mathblitz. Yeah, Frognos isn't doing the T-Copter mech central thing. Where you, because the rush distance is really long to get into the center, but when you use T-Copters, you just go straight there. Which helps her out on this map a lot. Welcome back, Mathblitz. But our mysterious challenger is in a tough spot here. Again, down 2 comm towers to 0, and then resigns. Looks like they were trying to get the super. They couldn't quite get it. So very well played, Lord Frogneros. I think the stealths were not a great choice, but you had very good victory marches that didn't end up costing you too much. And your early game worked out a lot better for you. You got to deny capture, kill off the infantry, and get all of your captures, which is very nice. Avatar buddy. Okay. I'm gonna call the stream there. I hope everyone enjoyed. And have a good night. I will be back tomorrow with some more Advanced Wars. Don't worry. If your game hasn't been covered yet, I will get to it. I promise. For now, I leave you with an apple!